Like, I walk in, I make eye contact with him. There's just fucking nothing going on in his head.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to an interesting discussion. Sometimes I'm Haran. I'm back with the boys. We got Tarun, Harsha, and Christian. I know the last two episodes were special episodes, but unfortunately it's just us four this time, so sucks for you guys. But this week we're going to be talking about a couple trips that we went on recently, and also reflecting on the fact that we hit 150 episodes where we didn't really talk about much because it was Harsha's episode, but we can have like a group reflection and see what the future of the podcast will be, if there's a future. But hey, I'm just saying. But yeah, so a couple weeks ago, me, Christian, Tarun went to Raleigh to see our friend Swati, who was on the podcast last episode, and it was also her birthday, so we celebrated that. Yeah, anything you guys want to share about that weekend that stood out? We can start with Tarun because he is Swati's boyfriend, so I'm sure he has some loving things to say.
I hope she had a great birthday. She deserves a good birthday because she accomplished many things this year, many important things, and it's a good time to celebrate. I think everyone should celebrate their birthday every year, even if it's something simple. You should do it. There are some funny things that happened. I feel like Christian is the best person to retell some of those stories, mainly one about a certain food service organization. But I'll
food service organization.
I'll let him elaborate.
Yeah, so I don't know what food service Tarun's talking about. He just likes Dick's Sporting Goods, but anyway.
Behold Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
So fucking unnecessary.
Sorry. He's talking about when he got Krispy Kremed.
That one was necessary.
No, so the real story is that while we were in Raleigh, we went to a few escape rooms, and then we'll get more into it later, but on Super Bowl Sunday, like at college all the time, like we would order pizzas because, there's usually some deals going on and, it's good vibes, So we tried to schedule an order the day before. They said nah, and then we placed an order on the way to lunch, and then they were like, oh yeah, we're not doing like orders ahead of time today because of the Super Bowl. So they basically called us back and said, fuck you, you don't get your pizza, fuck you. We were done with our escape room for the day, trying to get to another one, but that didn't work out.
Well, the reason we're trying to get to another one is we actually fucking failed one, so we suck. I didn't even know it's possible to fail an escape room. It was us three and Swati, and we were on the last clue, which actually really fucking sucked. But we ran out of time, essentially. Yeah, I don't know. What did you guys think? Were you guys upset?
Yeah.
I mean, I will say it's like I've done me and Swati have done a lot of escape rooms. I think I've probably done like 6 to 8 at this point. And I went did another one with my family like this past weekend, which was also fun. And out of all of those, this one was like definitely the hardest in terms of we had to like decipher 2 different languages. We had to like do some crazy math and all this shit, and like there was a lot going on. So I feel like if there's any to lose to, it should have been that one, and it was. But I'm still ashamed that we're so stupid because I feel like generally we are above average in terms of smart ability, and so
that just brought it down a little bit.
Smart ability. As an average, we went down.
Intelligent ability.
Just keep going down.
So being above average, average,
down again.
We fucked up. That's all.
Yep.
Let's return to the pizza.
Yeah. So we were sitting in the car. We were trying to go back for the second one to avenge ourselves, but they basically were like, yeah, we didn't have anything scheduled, so we were going to train people, and there were like only like 2 or 3 fucking people working there. So like, yeah, we can't let you do another one. So we go into the car. We already knew our order because we already tried to place the order like 3 fucking times at Domino's. So, got through this automated system, right? This Tarun called before, and there's just like a fucking Domino bot. It was like, hello, welcome to Domino's. Can I take your order? And like it was all voice prompts, right?
And I've never experienced calling a pizza location and ordering in that fashion, because I would say like, it was like, do you want to order? Like press 1 or say yes or whatever. Say yes. And then it's like, what do you want to order? And then I would say like a large pizza. Like, what toppings do you want on your pizza? And I would say like pineapple and like this or whatever. But like, it was weird because it was like mediating the conversation, but I heard on the other end, like there was somebody like listening and typing out the order into the system.
Yeah.
So it's like, if this is so stupid, because every time I want to add a topping, it was like, what topping do you want to add? Pineapple. Okay. Would you like to add more toppings or continue to the next stage of the fucking thing?
Yeah.
Like add another topping. There were like 16 questions. Just
terribly inefficient.
Yeah.
So we had already gone through this process once before, but then wound up talking to somebody at the end because they were like, oh yeah, you can't fucking schedule this order today. So this is our second time through. Turns on the phone. He's sitting in the front seat, and we're in Swati's car, so she's in the driver's seat, and me and her in the back seat. And we get the same prompt. It was like fucking like elevator music or whatever. And then you hear like the elevator music cut out. And fucking all of a sudden, bro, I swear we're in like downtown Baltimore or some shit. There's like shots going off. There's like pans being banged around. There's a murder going on in this Domino's.
It literally sounded like if you put a human body on like a stainless steel table and took like a cleaver and started chopping them up. That's what it sounded like in the back. And I don't know what the fuck they're so aggressively chopping up in the back of a Domino's, but it was so.
In that transition, like they were literally advertising. They were like, "Oh, here at Domino's, we're looking for like drivers to help deliver our pizzas," and then just abruptly cut like mid sentence, and then you just start hearing fucking pounding on the metal table. Yeah. At which me and Christian just fucking started geeking so hard.
I was like, yo, that's kind of funny. Because like Swati had told us that this Domino's was like in like a sus area of Raleigh to begin with. So like, you know, we were like making light of it, you know, whatever. And then Tarun was just like sat there like, hey, what the fuck is going on?
Because I was trying not to laugh at the same time. Cause, like,
that's true. Yeah, because he's on the phone.
Yeah. And before it was like obviously it was Domino Bot, and then it just cut straight into this. Yeah.
And then the lady on the other line was like, well, no, what are we gonna order? And then Tarun sat there for like 2 or 3 seconds. And he was like, what's going on. He was like, hey, what language should I use? And then he said, yeah, I'd love to place an order. Like, I've never heard anybody be so passionate about wanting to go to Domino's and pick up a pizza. Like, the way he said it, too, he just was like, yeah, like, I'd love to place an order.
Yeah, I was like, I'd love to place an order. I was like laughing at this.
Yeah. And the lady on the other side must have been like, hey, what fucking prank call is this? This is some whack shit.
Wanted special sauce, bro.
Yeah. You know, this is also like 2 days before Valentine's Day, so, you know, it could be some freaky shit. Anyway, so Tarun gets through the order, like, I think pretty normally, but also thinking about what he's going to say every single time. Because he doesn't want to wind up on the table with the meat cleaver. But yeah, that's basically the food.
Yeah, during this point, Swati also just like almost just like fell out of the car laughing so hard.
I mean, she did. She like actually opened the door and she's like, I can't breathe. And then she got out of the car. So I also haven't heard Christian laugh that hard in a long time too. Like he was literally stomping his feet. He's like,
yeah.
Like, what do you love?
Yeah, we were trying to get him to fuck up again while he was trying to order. But yeah, it was just hilarious. Yeah, I think it's one of those moments where I think if you were there, it would be a lot funnier. Like, it's probably not being conveyed very well over a podcast, but
no, it is. Don't worry.
That was one of the main highlights. And then we stopped at KFC on the way home. And I know he did it on purpose, but Tarun again was like, yes, hello, I'd love to order some chicken.
But he appreciated that because I said, because he's like, all right, yeah, like roll through to like the next window or whatever. And I was like, all right, bet, thanks, like love you, whatever, right? Yeah. And then when he gave us the order, he's like, he was smiling. He's like, here you go, bruh. That actually said that. And I was like, thank you, bruh.
No, you did actually say love you.
He did.
It's like love you.
No, he did.
Yeah, I actually did say it. Yeah. Honestly, why don't people do that more often? I feel like it's, endearing.
I mean, like, do you love anybody?
Bitch, who do you love?
I love KFC wraps.
I think as far as like funny moments, sober at least. Like those were probably the highlights. Do we want to do a step by step, or do we want to take some other highlights of the other trip?
I think we pretty much just drank, escape rooms, ate food, went out one night. Actually, when we went out, we probably spent more time eating than we were actually like dancing because we're fucking fat. But it was fun. It was a fun night. Yeah, I'll be down to go back to Raleigh. I think it'll be maybe more fun like in the summer when the weather is nice. But I had a good first experience there. But as Christian mentioned, it was Super Bowl Sunday when we were there. And we did some predictions, like light predictions before the game. But what do you guys think? I mean, that's probably an insane game, actually. I look back at it, like probably one of the best Super Bowls in the last 10 years, I would say, give or take. Just like how high scoring and competitive it was.
Honestly, I was pretty bored by the game, even though it was high scoring. Like,
yeah, me too.
Because Christian's like, oh, these are like one of the only Super Bowls where the Patriots don't play, so he's like bored.
No, because like
Christian was more engaged by that fucking 10 or 12-3 win or whatever they had over the Rams. I don't know what the final score was.
Hey, those had some legendary plays. Anyway, no, like even the one last year I thought was like interesting. This one, like it was high scoring, but I think it was just like, so the first half was pretty dead, I thought, even though like there was like one like interesting play where like the fumble for the touchdown, like that was interesting. There wasn't any like super crazy plays to me that were like, oh shit. It was just kind of like going along, and like it just felt like a football game, not a Super Bowl. That's the only way I can describe it.
I guess that's fair. I mean, I think the Chiefs' comeback in the second half was pretty hype.
Yeah, but like the shit that pissed me off, that I knew, like when Mahomes turned his ankle, I knew he was fucking. He's not faking it. I don't want to make it seem like he's faking it, but he definitely was like stretching that shit out, bro. It was so annoying. I knew as soon as he did it too.
He been doing that for the last couple of years in the playoffs.
I mean, but like game wise, like I wasn't that like, I didn't really care who won, so maybe that's why it was boring to me. But
how was your Super Bowl experience?
It was fun. It was like the first time I watched it by myself, but other than like it was high scoring, I was entertained. I had to work for some of it, which was I had to work for like 30 minutes during the game. And like within those 30 minutes, the Chiefs scored like 14 points. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" Rewatched the punt return and everything. But yeah, I thought the game was really good. It kind of sucked that the Eagles didn't get another chance at the end. But other than that, it was good.
Yeah, my dad was so pissed off about that because like my dad's a very like casual like football fan, or not even fan, football viewer. But he's convinced this shit's rigged all the time. So when I came home, he was like, "God, this game is so dumb. Like, how can they allow that? Like, this shit's rigged. They probably did all this stuff because like, they pretty much, it was just time management is the way the Chiefs just kept the ball, so the Eagles never had a chance to pretty much score."
The last call was definitely not something you should call in the last play of the game. Like, I feel like you can call that like in the first 3 quarters, but like I feel like
given like how little like flags were thrown the whole game, I feel like that was a pretty tough call. But fuck the Eagles, so I'm okay with that. But anyway, on to more important, or I guess interesting stuff.
No, definitely more important.
Rihanna performed in the halftime show. Pretty much all the world at the same time figured out that she was pregnant, which is crazy. Yeah. Insane pregnancy announcement. But honestly, while she was performing, I just I forgot how many bangers she had. Like we were kind of talking about it beforehand, but like there were still like some OG songs like that she didn't even get to just because she just didn't have time essentially. But all in all, I thought it was pretty fucking good. I think it was like on par with last year's like Shakira, J-Lo, Beyonce. I would say like that kind of level. I think it probably would have been a little bit better if she wasn't pregnant, just to say like she would probably like move around a little more. But for like the choreo was, I think did well for what she could have done, I guess. So
I mean, to be fair, like I feel like she was just there to be there.
Yeah.
I don't think she sang really. She didn't dance that much. The platforms were cool, but I don't know. What did you think? Harsha, since you were like in a corner looking at the TV by yourself. Like,
I don't have a TV, but I thought the same thing as Christian. Like she didn't sing that much, as much as I expected. But I think she did good considering the circumstances, so I enjoyed it. I wasn't bored. I mean, there've been better performances.
I can't believe you guys hate pregnant women.
But I feel like she would have brought out Kanye if Kanye wasn't canceled.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You know, she played 2 Kanye songs that Kanye was in, and I just felt like she would have done it.
Wait, 2?
Just a hunch. Well, Run This Town and All of the Lights, like 2 of the songs.
Oh,
from
All
Kanye
the Lights.
had
Yeah,
a
I feel
verse.
All the Lights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have to bring out Jay-Z too then.
And like those people, like the background dancers, look like things that Kanye would wear.
They look like things Kanye would wear.
I mean, the things that they wore, the glasses and the big hoodie and stuff.
Oh, whoa. I think there was some singing though. I mean, there was definitely a lot.
I
of
mean, obviously, like she didn't go up there and like didn't open her mouth at all. Like she did sing.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is
There's a lot of
backtrack.
backtrack. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is fair. Turn your thoughts.
She's cool, man. I wish she had her baby already when this performance happened, so that she could be more energetic. But considering, that she did have, whatever baby with her, pretty impressive. I don't think if I was pregnant, I don't know if I would go on those like platforms because they're like shaking in the wind, bruh.
Yeah.
Dude, at the end, she was high up, bro. That shit was. We were all scared. We were like on the edge of our seats. Like,
I was like, I don't know if I'd do that, but like, respect to her for doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it was good. I feel like this, like, I mean, I know the platforms and stuff was like cool, but I feel like the one, like, was it last year, the one with like 50 Cent and everyone? That one felt like more lit to me.
Yeah.
No, that one was good because I mean they each like got to play like 1 or 2 bangers, which I feel like was like a good balance. I like the stage setup too. That shit was kind of lit. There was like a little like room for each person.
Oh yeah, 50 Cent was upside down.
Yeah, dude. Because 50 Cent wasn't even like supposed to be on, right? Like he wasn't rumored.
Yeah.
Like he kind of did. That was crazy.
But when was the last time we had a Super Bowl performance for just one person? Was it just the weekend?
The weekend, yeah. But I think that might have been more COVID related than it was. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but
that's true. That's fair.
Because like his was like a lot more. I think like. Because I remember reading, like, if you're in the stadium, like, it was kind of weird to watch that one. Yeah. Because, like, the first half was, like, pretty much just directed to people watching at home, because majority were watching at home, right? So, I guess that's true about any Super Bowl, but there weren't that many people in the crowd, I guess, compared to a usual Super Bowl. So, like, so that one felt more like as a concert than it did like a Super Bowl performance. But before that, I don't know. It's been a while, I feel like, since someone hasn't brought out, like, a random guest.
If you could have anyone come to the Super Bowl or perform at the Super Bowl next year, who would it be?
Dude, that was my question. That's crazy.
I mean, I think there's only one answer for all of us.
Yeah, Ice Spice, right?
Okay, I think there's only 2 answers.
Shit.
Wait, what's your answer?
How do you not know?
Well, nah, I know.
The best performer of our generation.
I know what he's going to say.
Best musician, best producer, all in one.
The one that just dropped an album?
Yeah.
Well, fucking say it then. You think this brother Nav can move like that? No, I think he just dropped a single then, but I think the actual album's out now. I believe. I could be wrong about that. He's on tour right now, so go check out Nav if you want to.
No, thank you.
No. I will cut that the fuck out.
You don't know Nav promos on here? I'm trying to think of like who would be a good performer?
I stick by what I said. I think in the next year, Ice Spice is gonna drop 2 banger albums.
Are you actually a fan of her music? Yes?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. I can't understand what you're saying.
I want to say my name's Christian Klein and I'm a fan of Ice Spice music. Say it right now.
No. I don't like saying my full name.
My name's Christian. God damn it.
Well, okay, so I think that like it's like catchy. It's like what's it called? Like
it's like Blueface. It's like bad, but it's good.
It's not even like as bad as Blueface. But yeah.
Yeah,
It's what the fuck's it called? Like indulgent music where like like it's not like super deep or like anything like that, but like she got bars that geek sometimes, so that's
like
kind of.
Can you give an example?
I'm trying to remember. There's like the feature that she did with this like other like female R&B or like rapper.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the one that's kind of famous now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like shot a music video in New York. like pretty.
Dude, the
recently.
beat in that song's pretty good. The beat,
Yeah.
I will say the production.
She
in
got
her
great.
music
She
is
got
pretty.
yeah.
It's pretty decent.
That definitely carries a lot.
Yeah.
Also, her personality is kind of funny. Like I've seen her interviews like on TikTok. Like sometimes they pop up. She geeks. She's like, hey, I mean, I don't want to.
But like,
I don't want to show my cards too much. You know,
You
like,
just
I
want
don't wanna-
to see her
really
shake.
likes
You just
Ice
want to see her
Spice.
shaking ass at the Super Bowl. Is that what you want?
But basically, that's kind of what Rihanna did. But she was grabbing a ball on everything.
That's fair.
Rihanna was not shaking ass in the fucking.
No, but she was.
Yeah, she did a little bit.
She was grabbing her own ass and she was, making some gestures and shit. I mean, she was being pretty proactive, but gets the people going. That's what I heard.
I don't even have an answer to your question. That's okay. Why I wanted to ask it.
One Republic.
Okay,
Green Day.
relax.
Green Day.
A Canadian
One
band.
Republic. Okay, I will say One Republic has a lot more bangers than I remember them having. So, but I feel like bands aren't gonna cut anymore in Super Bowl halftimes. That's what I feel.
What about Coldplay, Bruno Mars, and Beyonce?
Okay,
That's what
I
he
will say
said.
I'm a huge Coldplay fan. That Super Bowl wasn't it, but when Beyonce and Bruno came on for like that 1 minute segment, fantastic. But like Coldplay is not meant to be a Super Bowl halftime show performance.
Yeah.
I feel like in these days, at least.
I think my answer is that I don't care.
Honestly, fair. Yeah.
I agree with that, but for a different reason is that like I don't care who it is, but that I think it'll turn out like at least average regardless. Because I feel like they're not gonna give fucking like Super Bowl to like some shit artist.
Yeah.
Like whoever gets it, like they'll be worldwide enough to like where, they'll put on a decent show regardless. And
Drake.
no,
He's
man.
next.
I feel like Ariana Grande would be pretty decent.
That
Also,
would be
'cause
decent.
She got the fucking vocals. I don't know. Like I've seen her perform. Like she doesn't she's not really a dancer, but I'm sure if she put in the time, she could do some shit.
Also, I feel like I don't know how much her audience overlaps with NFL.
That is fair, true. Yeah.
Dua Lipa. Dua
Dua Lipa would be great. Dua Lipa is a really good performer. Yeah.
Drake hasn't got one, right? I feel like
Nah.
he would get one.
They wouldn't be able to pay him enough.
Yeah, that's true. But I also think it's because he's a Canadian artist.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
That's true.
actually.
Maybe Dua Lipa won't get it because she's Albanian / English, British.
Oh, that's why.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see whatever NFL decides to do.
What do you guys think of the ads?
I don't think there was one ad that I saw that I thought was like good.
Yeah.
I think all of them were either not funny, not interesting, or really weird. I'm talking to Tubi or Tubby.
Dude,
You like that one?
that shit got me, man. That shit got me.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
It geeked when it got her on. I thought.
Hey, okay, I thought I was an idiot, but then I went on Twitter and TikTok, and they were like, "Who else also got duped?" And a lot
Who
of
else
people
is an
respond-
idiot?
Yeah, pretty much. And a lot of people responded saying, "Yeah, I got me too," and made me feel better about myself. But
Wait, can
I'm
you
still-
explain that? What do you mean duped?
Oh yeah, fair enough. They had two ads. One of the ads was like, essentially it looked like the TV had stopped. So I was sitting next to the remote. So I was like, oh shit, did I sit on the remote? Because I've done this before. I've sat on the remote many times in my life.
Fat ass.
Sure, yeah. So then I went to go grab the remote, and then of course the TV kept playing, and I was like, and I realized it was an ad. But I will say,
I don't think it was that fast, but go on.
I will say, this was my first weekend with Swati's TV, so I didn't know how the capabilities of the TV, so that's my defense. I thank you. What's the judgment? Am I an idiot or
Yeah.
semi-idiot? Semi-idiot. Give me semi-idiot. Give me semi-idiot.
No.
I'm not.
Another stupid ad that I saw was what was the beer one, bruh? The
Oh
beer
yeah,
one
Blue
where
Moon.
Yeah.
it
Blue
literally
Moon, Miller
promo-
Lite, Coors Light.
Yeah, it literally promoted the other two. I mean, I know they're all the same company or whatever, right? That's what they
Right.
said, but it promoted the other two beers, and then it just made no sense. I was just like fucking confused.
Harsha, you have some insight on this. Is this correct?
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I went to this thing where we dissected some
That's
Super Bowl
insane.
ads. And this was one of them.
Yeah, I was more interested in what you're about to say, not what you just said. But yeah, go on.
And the guys were like, if I hired this agency to do this ad, like they deserved like no opportunity to do this again, pretty much. Like I guess they were trying to do a parody of or like some play on Everything Everywhere All at Once, like all the fighting and all that stuff. That's what they were trying to do, apparently. But it was stupid because they were just like basically admitting that Miller Lite and Coors Light are basically the same thing. One is just colder, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, actually, it's Blue Moon." So it's stupid.
So what ad sticked out to you? Like, did you like anyone?
I like the Popcorners ad, the one that was a Breaking Bad theme. I thought it was pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
The other ones that we talked about in the thing were the Dunkin' Donuts ad with Ben Affleck.
What was
I know
that
Christian probably loves that one.
Goat.
What happened in the ad?
Oh, it was basically just him behind the drive-through, like giving people donuts and coffee.
In,
but
in
like,
Boston. In Boston.
It's fucking stupid.
yeah, and then like at the end, like J-Lo comes up, and like, what are you doing here? Or whatever. I thought it was kind of lame. They also agreed because like we've seen something like that before, and Dunkin' didn't really like talk about their products or whatever. It was just like, oh, Ben Affleck,
Dunkin's also done something like that before, honestly.
yeah.
I think more of geeks seeing them in the ad because I forgot what award show recently that they were both at. It might have been Golden Globes, might have been Oscars. I don't fucking remember, but they were just like they cut to them and they were like J-Lo was just fucking yelling at Ben Affleck and Ben Affleck looks so fucking sad. And the next thing I see is this ad. I was like, oh.
It was cool for me because like in New England growing up, like they do Dunkin' Donuts commercials with like athletes. So like I've seen like Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox players like do like basically the same commercial more or less. There was a little different, but also Ben Affleck, you know, like come on, it's been a long time, bro.
Another thing they were talking about was like basically the ad stood out because it's like, oh, why would J-Lo like go through a drive-through for Dunkin' Donuts? Basically, like she's above that pretty much, and then they thought it was insensitive.
Yeah, that is insensitive to think that Dunkin' Donuts is beneath her.
It is.
No, I think it's
top
more
tier.
like they would fucking just she would send out one of her assistants or something to go pick that shit up.
No, because like Dunkin' is more like a middle class, working class. Like people go to Dunkin' to get food. Like it's pretty.
Like
it's not like a fancy place.
Hey man,
It's like, oh, Ben Affleck loves it, so that means like we're actually really good that a celebrity loves it, and like you guys, we don't care that you guys love it. Actually, you know, something like that.
Yeah, I would never gone that angle.
And then the last ad that we saw was the Google Pixel ad with the pictures erasing feature.
That made Haran not want to get a Google Pixel. I heard.
No. It's just because there's just been an influx of Google Pixel ads in the last like month.
That's because you've been talking about it so much.
It's true.
So they've been sending you more ads.
I said it like 2 times.
Dude, that's a lot.
Actually, this week I stayed true to it. I started looking at the Galaxy S23. I might get it soon.
No, get Pixel.
No, man. The ad didn't do it.
Why not?
I don't know, man. I haven't actually decided yet, but I was thinking the new Google Pixel is not... The Pixel 8, I think, is not out yet. I might be wrong about that. But the Galaxy S23 just dropped like last week. So it looks pretty good.
They rated that ad pretty good. But then someone was like, the only thing I cared about was like, oh, when is iPhone going to do this?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's how I feel about Haran.
But for this Super Bowl, for a 30-second window, it cost $7 million.
Yeah.
Holy shit, 7 million.
And then some people do the fucking Miller Lite Coors Light ad, and that's $7 million.
I feel like we should talk about how KSI had an ad on the Super Bowl. I guess before the Super Bowl started.
Yeah, so did Mr. Beast, right? Or he just
did
posted his... I think maybe he just was like, oh, I wasn't going to spend $7 million. So I think he just did it like online. Like he posted on Twitter instead, I think.
Hey, speaking of Mr. Beast, we didn't mention this. It was very brief, but when we were at brunch in Raleigh one of the days, Tarun noticed that Mr. Beast, videographer,
and he's also like a friend in some of the Mr. Beast videos.
Yeah,
they said he was getting lunch with somebody, and he sat right next to us.
Yeah, and like he was sitting like directly across Tarun on the right of us, and like Tarun just like kept on like Tarun looked at him like a couple times, and he was like, "Holy shit!" So then like he like looked over to us, and he was like, "I think that's Mr. Beast's videographer," and I was like, "How the fuck do you know that?" And then Tarun then spent the next like 10 minutes trying to find a video where this guy appeared, and for like literally like 5 seconds, I think, maybe give or take, finally found it. And then like he just like held up the video like close to the guy's face and just like tried to like picture it. And like the guy was wearing the same hat, I think.
Yeah, he looked exactly the same, dude.
Yeah. And then we were just speaking pretty loudly about this guy right next to him, and he probably heard us. But and then, pretty much at the end, I was like, "Yo, like Tune, you should like say something to him because like he'll probably like. I mean, I feel like
he would have. Yeah, I just didn't know what to say because I didn't even know his name. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
fair enough.
Like I can't even
Like,
be
hey,
like,
remember when you were in this
man.
video at the
exactly.
4th minute mark? Yeah.
Like I can't just be like, hey, Mr. Beast guy. Also, like, yeah. So I mean, they didn't say it, but I was like looking over like so many times because like, holy shit, what the fuck? Because he was having a conversation with his homie about how like he went into like almost like a Top Gun. He was in like a Top Gun scenario where he was in a plane and they were pulling like hella G's and all this stuff. And I was like, holy fuck, is this just like he's talking about it like it's so like casual, and I was like, this is just the life that he lives by being associated with Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But then Tarun wouldn't take a picture, and that was the sad part.
Yeah. No, I took a picture of him.
Yeah, sorry. You didn't get your picture with him.
Yeah.
I'll even say get a picture, just be like, shout, be like, hey man, keep up the good work with Mr. Beast or something like that.
No, my fucking
Well, I didn't want to just be like, hey, yo, tell Jimmy I said hi or whatever that I said that day. I was like, that's so that's so bad.
Be like, tell Jimmy I'll see him soon. Just say something really, say something really like fucking sinister, and then walk away. That is pretty crazy though.
Oh, we're one person away from Mr. Beast. That's pretty insane, bro. He's like almost. I'm assuming he's close to a billionaire by now, right?
I have no idea, but he got hella money.
Well, he's friends with Elon and shit, so that means we're only like 2 people away from Elon. Insane.
Why are we acting like this dude's part of our inner circle now?
He is.
He'll be in the next episode. He'll be in the next episode, guys.
What's his name?
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast guy.
Yeah,
Mr. Beast guy. That's why you have to have him on to get to know him better, you know?
Could you imagine if I pulled up the podcast and I was like, you want to come on?
We missed our opportunity. We missed our marketing opportunity, guys. But you know what else is crazy is that the Super Bowl ads cost $7 million, and this ad is free. We'll be right back. Oh, guys, welcome back from the free ad. Well, for us, it's free. We get money for it. So yeah, speaking about trips that we took recently, Haran and I went to New York. As of recording this past weekend, but by the time it comes out, probably like 2 weeks ago, for our friend, Haran's friend, lover,
hey man,
my friend Kunal, his birthday party, which was on the Saturday. We went up Friday, came back Monday. I don't know how much. Well, I'm telling the story first of all because I remember more.
This is true.
I mean, Haran, you blacked out?
I don't think I blacked out.
I browned out pretty hard Saturday night for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Without going into too many details, we stay with Ankit, who is also, funnily enough, on the last episode. Great weekend hanging out with him. But without going into too many details, basically Friday night, we got dinner. Went to Kunal's, pre-gamed a little. We were going to have a chill night, is what Kunal said. That's just not what the fuck happened. We went to a bar, got some beer, towers, stood in line outside, and then next thing you know, we're at a table inside a bar/club with bottle service, and it's just, shit went to hell really, really fucking quickly. Got bottle service Don Julio. Just for a chill. If that was going to be a chill night, I didn't want to know what the next day was going to be like. And so instead of trying to go through I'm trying to run through all the things real quickly before elaborating on anything. But we wake up the next day to go to the sports bar at 10 a.m. We wake up at 9:30, still drunk. Haran goes to the sports bar at 10. Me and Ankit go at 10:45. Haran's sitting there with fucking 3/4 of a Guinness in his hand, like a fucking alcoholic.
Okay. I'll add some context.
No.
Let me add some context. I want to add context. Let me add context. I get there and I just sit myself down. I don't think I should have done that. I think I was supposed to wait for the waiter. But I was like, fuck, I just want to sit down. And then essentially 3 different waiters come up to me, and each of them oh, can I get you anything? I was like, I'm all right. I'm chilling. And then the first one that came to me came back again, and I was like, okay, I feel like an asshole here. I probably pretty much don't get anything. So I was like, okay, what kind of beer can I get? And last time I went, I got a Guinness, and I liked Guinness. So I was like, fuck it, I'll get a Guinness. That'll be a good warm up to the day. I took a sip, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't want it.
Guinness is such a strong one to start with at 10 a.m., bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, but Guinness is it's like a stout. I feel like it's a little, I don't know. Yeah, it might have been a mistake.
Yeah, I think you should have got a tea or some shit, bro, to start your day. But anyway, me and Ankit pull up. We know that we have a boozy brunch reservation at 12:30, and we didn't eat anything before we came. We're like, hey yo, we're gonna be fucked today. So we share a fucking one breakfast, the three of us, before going to brunch because we're like, all right, we're gonna be on empty stomach, like bad idea. So yeah, we watch some soccer, we eat that, we finish the Guinness between the three of us. Really, it could be really cute or really weird depending on how you look at it.
Wait, did you guys have something Guinness? I don't remember you drinking.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, oh my god. Anyway, this dude was just gone.
I didn't think Ankit drank any. But anyway, yeah, continue.
But yeah, so we go to brunch with like some people that we know. People have been on the podcast, some people not. You know, we don't got to name all the names, but you know, some friends. And we get there. They bring us one pitcher of. One of them was a mimosa pitcher, and one of them was an Aperol spritz pitcher. And so we get through one of those while waiting for other people to show up, like one of each. You know, tastes great. Honestly, at that point, like I'm chilling, having a great time. People show up, we order food, we get through like one or two more rounds of that. Like I'm starting to feel a little buzzed, and then we're fucked. We're fucked. Like by the time we leave, our friend Karkar, who has been on the podcast multiple times, basically asked the waitress very nicely, I may add, if we could just get, this is after we paid, if we could get 2 more pitchers. And she did. She just brought them over. She just brought over 2 free pitchers, which crazy. And she also brought over 10 to-go cups with lids and straws. This lady
That's
was...
actually lit. That's unbelievable.
But we didn't need it though.
Yeah, no, at that point, like we're fucked.
Like I think like we each like had, because like Carker, like, every time we get a glass, like after 5 minutes, everyone whole table would drink, and not everyone did, but I was like, fuck it, I will. And I think Christian did, and Ankit did.
Yeah.
So I think by that time we'd had like 6 glasses, maybe more.
Yeah, the glasses are also pretty small, I would say.
Yeah, they're not that big. They're like
at that point.
Whatever. Yeah.
But
true.
yeah, so but the cups we get probably hold like 3 or 4 times what the glasses held.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't really make that calculation when we literally took the pictures that she gave us and just basically brought them with us. All
we
the liquid
just brought
inside.
the pictures with us at that point.
Yeah. And they wanted to go to another bar to get espresso martinis. You know, theoretically, great idea. Actuality, we walk outside of there, we're like, oh, we can't bring fucking 2 pitchers worth of champagne and orange juice into another bar because they'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? So we start trying to chug what we have, and then we realize we're in way too deep. Like this isn't happening. So like pretty much I finished half, like some people finished half and then threw it out. We go to the next bar. Most people get a drink. Haran did not get a drink. He wouldn't even try my drink, which actually really pissed me off.
Why?
Because I just wanted you to taste it. I didn't want you to like get drunk. I just wanted you to taste it because it tasted good.
Were you guys espresso martini?
No, I got like a hot whiskey, bro.
Yeah.
You're actually a cunt for that. But that's not the point here. The point is that we got another drink. And then we went back to Ankit's apartment. More chaos ensued. Bottles were broken. Sinks were clogged of throw up. Like it was a movie, as they say. And then everybody left except for me and Ankit. Haran went to dinner with Kunal and some family friends. Me and Ankit, we planned our little date night. You know, we were going to make dinner together. We went and got the groceries. We put them away. We sat down. We watched one YouTube video. And we passed the fuck out till like 8 o'clock. And we were like, oh shit. Like we're supposed to be at Kunal's at 9 for a pregame before the party at 10. That did not happen. We pulled up to the party at like 10:30 because we had to make dinner, and then we pre-gamed. Unfortunately, like we contemplated not going, but because that was the whole reason I was there, I went. Get to the party. I have never seen Haran like this, like since he turned 21. Like I walk in, I make eye contact with him. There's just fucking nothing going on in his head. There's just, I'm looking at a shell of a man because he's just a walking wrecking ball at this point, and I'll get to that in a second.
Can I explain what I did in between? Or no?
Oh, yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, you actually know this part, so you can tell this.
Yeah, so then I left theirs, I don't know what time it was, probably like 6:30, get to dinner. As soon as I get to dinner, I'm like, I'm not hungry. Like I don't want to eat anything. But I was like, I probably should eat if I'm going to drink later. So then they get a drink, and I was like, I'm gonna abstain for the drinking now. I'll eat, and then I'll drink after because I don't want to fucking die. And then they get 2 pizzas for the table, like as an appetizer, and they each get like pasta afterwards. And I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna get any pasta. I'll just eat some of the pizza. So I quite literally only had like 3 small slices of pizza, and I was like, I'm good. Like, I can't eat anymore. I'm good. And then we go to Kunal's place for the pregame, and then I think I have like 4 shots and a mixed drink, 5 shots. No, I was gonna have only 3 shots and a mixed drink.
Holy shit!
And then fucking. Or like some of like middle school friends, I also call a TJ friend, like high school friends came to the party, and they're like, "Hold we gotta take a shot." I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." So then I take like 2 more. Yeah.
I'm pretty. You sound. I think you were more enthusiastic than that.
No. I was, but then I was like, at this point, I wasn't even thinking about myself. I'd be okay. And then we get to Canals, and we get 1 drink, and then I was like, okay, I'm already like feeling pretty fucked up. So then I didn't go to the bar anymore. Like I was just chilling around like in the party area, and that's pretty much when Christian and Ankit get there. And yeah, Christian, you can take it over from here because this is when I start to lose some memory.
Yeah. So me and Ankit walk in. To note that this Kunal and his roommate had rented out this space at this bar. Not only that, but they have also prepaid an unknown amount or a known amount on this tab, like so that like drinks are free up to when the tab is paid for, right? And then Kunal also told us on Sunday that he extended the tab at some point. Like the bartender asked if he wanted to, and he said yeah. Anyway,
and then like 5 seconds later, he's like, "Why the fuck did I do that?"
Yeah. And so like me and Ankit go over to the bar, we get a drink. We walk back, like also to be known that probably 80% of the people at this party, well, okay, 80% is a stretch, but many people at this party, this is basically like a TJ fucking high school reunion party because it's just.
Christian must have loved that.
Dude, I ranted before I went there. I was like, I don't want to go to this shit because I'm not going to know any of these people. They're all just going to fucking circle jerk each other in the back of this bar. I heard. So I mean, not really, but like kind of. Anyway, so we go there and like me and Ankit just like chilling, and then we see Haran. First thing Haran does is nudge into me and spill half my drink on my shirt.
Hey man. These
and
things do happen.
And I was like, okay, I'm at a bar. Like I guess I can expect that to happen. Like,
if it wasn't him, it would have been somebody else at some point.
Yeah. So like me and Ankit finish our drinks. We're just chatting each other up. We say hi to a couple of people that we know. People fucking forgot that Ankit existed. They're like, holy shit, I haven't seen you since high school. Which I thought was really funny, considering that I've seen them. People that we both know, like I've seen them more recently than Ankit has. And then we finish our drink. We're like, yeah, we're both fucking sober, even though we took like 3 shots before we came here. We get another drink. Karkar walks in, and I would like it to be noted that while we were hanging out on Kids, like Karkar was like, when I say that like I look into Haran's eyes, I didn't see anything. Karkar was a corpse, a walking corpse, when he left on Kids. He walks in, I dap him up, he turns around, like he's talking to somebody else. I'm talking on Kid, like somebody like nudges into him, he falls over, knocks half my drink onto the floor. I was like, okay, cool. This is gonna be this kind of night, I guess. And
hey,
so
free drinks.
Yeah. To a point. And yeah, I'm chatting up, seeing other people, like saying hi to people that like came out with us on the night before, like just basically like talking, having a good time. I get a third drink. And like Haran's like vibing, right? I don't see Haran vibing like this in a long ass time. So I'm like, I need some video evidence of this. Like this is hype. I start taking a video of Haran with my third drink in my right hand and my phone in my left hand, right? So I got my phone pointed at Haran, and he like sees this, and Haran's like super camera shy, like even when he's sober, but like when he's drunk, he's like, oh no, a fucking phone, an iPhone, no. And then he hits my phone.
Hey, no paparazzi, man.
And then his arms are so fucking long that when he hits my phone in my left hand, his arm extends into my right hand, knocks my entire drink on the floor, out of my hand. And Ankit and I look at each other and we're just like, okay, well, fuck. Because there are also multiple times that like Ankit is like standing in front of me talking, and somebody nudges him and their drink spills onto me.
Okay. I will also say there were like Kunal invited a good amount of people. There were too many people in that room for the amount of space in that room.
That's true.
because I also had drinks spilled on me. I didn't realize at the time. I remember walking out of the club, I was just like feeling my shirt. I was like, "Holy shit, why is it so fucking damp? Was I sweating?" But it wasn't. It was the alcohol or water or whatever. Yeah.
I think I'm spending too much time on this party, but basically this happened throughout the night, and then it took us 45 minutes to leave because basically I asked Haran like, "Oh, do you want to say bye to everybody?" He's like, "Yeah," and then he just stood there for 10 minutes, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." I thought we were going, and he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And so, yeah, he took a long, not like in a bad way, but like just took a long time to leave. Get home at like 3. We'll tell the Uber ride another time, but fucking crazy Uber ride home. Get up the next day, do fuck all till 5. Go to a basketball bar, pregame it, like take like fucking like 4 or 5 shots.
No, we took 5 shots each, bro.
Took 5 shots. Rode the subway to the bar, got there, played basketball for like 35 minutes, sweated our ass off, and we were sober again because we sweated all the alcohol out. Wasted probably like $20 worth of alcohol for pre-gaming this bar. Go to our friends Amara and Bhavana, who just moved in like the day before. Go to their place, hang out for 10 minutes, go to dinner with them and our friend Neha, who's also been on the podcast, and her roommate Neha. And then go to a fucking Spanish bar, get 4 drinks there. This is a Sunday, mind you.
We got 2 drinks at dinner.
2 drinks at dinner, 4 drinks at the Spanish bar, which we got martinis at the Spanish bar, which I guess I forgot to tell Haran that martinis are like all alcohol.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Yeah. It was tasted fantastic though.
Yeah, they tasted great. But first one, we all like cheers together. Like everybody got one. We all cheers, like sipping on it. Like, oh, this tastes good. Second round, me, Haran, Ankit, like decide, okay, we're going to chug it in one go. So we do that. And they were like, let's go. So we did it again. And then we're like, yeah, no problem. And then everybody like pussied out. And nobody else got any more drinks. And we're like, okay, fuck it. We'll get a 4th one. Fucking one down in one. Yeah, it was long.
We're alcoholics, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we left on Monday. And that's all I really have to pinpoint. I think I just talked about New York for maybe like fucking like 15 minutes straight. But basically, to summarize the entire weekend, I think we were sober for the time we were sleeping.
No, that's just not
even that, not even. But it was just like such a high concentration of alcohol, and even in Cabo, I don't remember, especially at brunch, I don't remember a group being collectively as fucked as that group was when we were at brunch. Like in Cabo, I think everybody had a pretty steady buzz to like light drunk most of the time, but at this brunch, like I think all 9 of us were absolutely fucked.
Yeah, I will say, just to close it off, Bottomless is a fucker because essentially you get there, right? And like the first thing you do is like let's set the Bottomless and start drinking. And then by the time your food gets there, like your entree, like you probably have already had like 2 drinks of it. Like 2 drinks of like whatever you got, like the mimosas. And then like your food gets there, and then like you'll probably like be drinking your 3rd one while eating. And then probably when you're halfway through your food, at least for me, whenever like I'm halfway through my food and I finish my 3rd drink, I'm like, holy shit, I'm so full. Like I don't.
This sounds like a you problem, because I think what you should do is have like 2 more drinks, so you have to piss, and then you have open room.
See, the piss happens to me like an hour after I start drinking, so then it's like by then it's already too late.
UTI, bro. What the fuck's going on?
It just hits me later, but yeah, it's just every time I just don't eat enough for the amount I'm drinking, and it fucks me. I love it though. I love it. I love Bottomless. Great vibes.
You're a psychopath. Do you guys have any questions? True, you're going to New York soon, so you looking forward to this being your everyday?
Every day? What the fuck? No, I am excited though. I feel like last time I was in New York, we all got like super fucking wasted. It was so much fun. So maybe this is
it's just New York.
A preview of things to come.
I think it's just because everything is in such close proximity. Obviously, you can just do whatever the fuck. You can keep going. There's always another thing to go to or whatever.
Yeah.
Although I do like, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I mean, obviously I want to have fun, but like I need to watch myself, because if there's any point in which I like get lost or like have to come home alone, I feel like being drunk is like, that'd not be safe.
That's fine.
You can do it, bro. Hey, if Harsha got through it, man, you can get through it. Trust.
Yeah.
I feel you always just go out with a buddy. Don't go out by yourself.
Yeah, I know, but like I feel like, actually, yeah, maybe I'm not. I don't think I'm very. What's the word? I don't think I run off on my own when I'm drunk. I think.
We'll see. But speaking of things that Harsha's gotten through by himself, that would be Haran.
He wasn't by himself.
Yeah. So as we touched on in the beginning of this episode, we did our 150 special, which was just Harsha. So before we wrap it up with our conclusion of the first 150 episodes, Harsha, what was your experience like for 150? I know it's kind of awkward drinking by yourself, but what'd you think?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever talked for that long ever in my life. So
Yeah, you did mention that in the episode, and I thought about it myself, and I was like, even if I gave a presentation, like it would never lasted more than like 15 minutes max.
yeah. It was ridiculous. My voice was getting tired after like minute 30 just talking. It was good. It was better than I thought. I think I was able to talk about things for a good amount.
Yeah.
But I want you all to do this too. I'm curious to listen.
Who do you nominate to be next?
Christian,
Oh shit, let's go. And then
and then Tarun.
Haran's just not going to do it then.
why?
Because you'll
It's
be like,
it's like the
it's just
song,
me,
man.
like no one cares, whatever, and you just won't do it. Yeah, it's like the song.
No one will
Oh.
care though. It's true.
No, everyone will care. I want to hear about all your Stanford stuff.
Stanford, what?
I don't know.
Do you even know this guy?
What the fuck? I'm not even at Stanford anymore.
But yeah, so there's a plan in place to get that done at some point in a few months. So look out. This is all I have to say for that.
But thank you, Harsh, for doing that. That was
Yeah, that was hype.
we
Yeah,
honestly
good job.
kind
It
of
was
needed
great.
that, and it was good. It was fun.
It was
to
actually a
listen
good
to.
episode. Not that I,
Yeah, if you haven't listened to it,
didn't
go
think
listen
it was
to it
gonna be
right
a good
now.
episode, but I feel like it was way better than what I expected.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I would never listen to that for like the rest of my
You
life.
have to listen to it daily.
Yeah, we have to listen to it at the wedding. That's going to be the speech.
No.
That's like the music that's just
40
playing
minutes, bro.
on loop at the,
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
hotel.
Are you gonna promote the episode?
No, me? Oh, my story?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do it.
I
I haven't
will,
done it
I
in a
will
while.
too.
I'll do it for this one.
Yeah,
though.
I'll do it for that one too.
Yeah. So yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed that one. We hope you guys enjoyed 151, the trivia special. That's Harsh's episode was shorter than our usual episodes. That episode fucking longer than our usual episodes. That episode is like a fucking docu-series or some shit. That episode like 2 hours long. No lie.
But if you guys enjoyed like a game show with more people like we did, we can. I don't know. We can plan something out so we can like do something more similar, maybe a little shorter, maybe one or less guests.
Yeah, you're fucking me over here, man. God damn.
Yeah, I mean, here's the problem, right? Like, even if they do think they'd like it, no one ever tells us anything about feedback, bro. So fucking
Hey,
comment
man,
on our
you
Instagram,
never-
bro, please.
You never
Yeah.
know, dude.
Yeah, fucking reach out. But speaking of, how grateful we are for all of our listeners. Episode 150 was a milestone. Is there what's one thing that like pops into your head when you think of like 150? Like, I don't know. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Harsha's weight.
What?
What? Like, are you trying to call him underweight, or what are you trying to say?
That's just all I know.
I don't even weigh that much.
You don't weigh 150?
No, you're close, right? You're pretty close to that.
That ass is 100 pounds at least.
Holy shit! I thought you.
No, I weigh like 140.
Oh, okay.
I also weigh around that.
I didn't ask.
I love this guy.
Bodied,
I love
actually
this
bodied.
guy.
150. I know I say this every time we have like a reflection episode or whenever we hit a milestone, but like I definitely did not think we'd hit 150. I know I said that at 100. I probably said that at 50 as well.
You
But
probably said that at 10, bro.
Yeah, you definitely said it at 10. You want to know why? Because the first 10 episodes were us doing fucking tier lists of whatever random topic, and every time we'd fucking describe something, we'd be like, yeah, that's fire.
Yeah,
that's
it was
fire.
fire,
That was
that's
the whole
fire.
episode.
Yeah.
You know what is
we've
fire?
come a long
though?
way, man. We've come a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a long way to go too. I mean, what?
I think it does help that we get to have like. I mean, we do have a lot of repeat guests, but I think it's always nice when we get like new guests for the first time.
I agree.
People that like we just have met, we've met recently, or we haven't like talked to in a long time, like
Or
just
that
giving
we've
them-
never met.
Or that
Out
we've never
next
met.
week.
Yeah, that's true. I think that kind of makes the experience worth it for me, at least.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love catching up with you guys too, and I think it'll probably like it'll be different. Oh, it'll be like the same when I was at Stanford last year. Like I feel like recording with you guys was like the way we were able to catch up, which was fun. But I guess now we see each other a little more recently, for some of us at least. But like once we all make our moves to different places, I feel like the solo episodes will be appreciated by me a little more again. Yeah, man, 150 is fucking crazy. Can't wait for 200.
Dude, 3 years almost, right?
Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of 150s. That's almost 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years weekly, bro? What the fuck? I don't know if I've ever been that consistent in anything in my life ever.
That's what I'm saying. This is a dedication from all of us.
Dedication.
I think the next 50 will be the hardest.
I think so.
I think so too.
I think it also like will be the easiest in terms of content, because we won't, for the most, other than Harsha's wedding, is like we won't have like the same experiences like each week, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like before I moved, like you three had like the same, like you did the same things together for the most part. And now that Harsha's moved and I moved here, like us three do the same things, right? But after you two move, like all four of us gonna be different places, and so we won't, like I said, other than the wedding, like have the same stories to tell.
Yep.
So I think that will be interesting, like just from like a solo episode perspective. And we'll all meet other people, and we'll all like have different stuff going on. So it'll be harder in terms of logistics, I think. But I think once we start talking and like set down like times and stuff, like I think it'll be the most fun.
Yeah.
Although for the wedding, we're fucked. like Harsha is really fucked, but we're fucked. So maybe that's when we'll start rolling out these solos.
Who knows?
We'll see.
Maybe
we'll see.
What do you think was our best 50 episode stretch? 0 to 50, 50 to 100, or 100 to 150?
I think it's the next 50.
But that wasn't part of the
like Tom Brady.
So. What? Oh.
I think there was a big jump between. I mean, I think there's a huge jump from 1 to 50, but I think there was a huge jump from 50 to 100 to 101 to 150 in terms of like our quality. I feel like at like 50 we were still like figuring out like how, I think we're still figuring out honestly like how we talk, and like I think something that Harsha talked about in his episode is like distributing the voices a bit more. I noticed that even while we're recording this episode, Harsha hasn't said that much, and I think it's just because we talk the most, and so we're overriding him.
Oh, I'm not overriding
we
him.
can keep it this
I'm
way.
not overriding him. I'm not overriding him. I'll never get over it.
In fact, if anything, it's underwriting.
I'm underwriting.
But I think we fell into a groove a lot in like 101 to 150. So hopefully that continues for the next stretch, and like we get more comfortable.
I think for me, it's 50 to 100. Just because, I mean, I like Summer Sessions version 2, but I think the first Summer Sessions, like, I think it hits different. I think just that's a lot of fun to listen back to, those episodes. Yeah, I think that's my vote.
I'll go with like 75 to 125.
Which is changing the question.
Yeah.
What was wrong with the last 25 episodes?
A lot actually.
Like what?
If you disagree with me, then please follow our Instagram and Spotify.
He's pretty much calling out Karka and Vinny, Kunal, Naomi, Owen, Rushi, Tyler, Praneeth, and Pyle.
I'm kidding, man. Hey, I'm kidding. It all blends together to me, so I don't really know like what episodes we had people on, or like what time of year it was, as you can tell by my podcast trivia performance last week. I don't really know much.
Turn, how about you?
I think the last 50 episodes.
4K.
Well, it feels bad. If I said 50 to 100, that just feels bad, because that means the last 50 we've just been getting worse. But I would argue we've been getting better in terms of content. Like Spunk Bank was in 100 to 150. Like, I think our ideas are getting bigger. I think I should say the only reason that they're able to come out that way is, thankful. I'm thankful for Christian's, editing power. But it's much better than whatever the fuck. Oh yeah, I love Taco Bell. It's fire.
Yeah.
I love Chick-fil-A. It's fire. We come a long way in that sense.
Yeah. That's
And also,
true.
I feel like with something like Spunk Bank, for example, that one was just like we made comedy.
Yeah.
That wasn't what like we're not talking.
Yeah,
about
it felt like a sketch
up.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's something I want to do more going forward, is that especially when we like, if we all are like, hey yo, like fucking nothing happened in my life this past like week or 2 weeks, if we're doing solos every other week, like I want to do more of that. Like we're not gonna become like a sketch podcast, right? But like to do like something where we're like doing a parody of something.
Mhm.
Like I think that would be really fun if we do that more in the future.
Fair.
But that also requires more planning effort, so it's a give and take.
I mean, if we schedule it by numbers, like every 10 episodes or something.
Yeah, that's fair. But what about every 52 episodes? Sorry.
I think that is all to say. We're thankful that you guys are still listening to us, whoever's still out there listening to us. Hopefully this podcast continues for another 50 episodes, another 50 episodes after that. But we'll see. I mean, our lives are changing, so things will definitely probably change within the podcast as well. But hopefully the quality is still there, and that's all we really care about, and you guys enjoy. But I think that's enough reflection for us for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you liked what you heard, you can always check us out at Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Podcasts, YouTube, TikTok, fucking all those platforms. Also, be sure to check us out on Instagram, like we said before, at An Interesting Discussion, where we have episode posts, quotes, guest posts, all that fun stuff. You can also reach out to us there. Send us a message. If, you want to congratulate us on 150, you should do that.
Yeah, we tell us to kill ourselves. Do that.
Yeah, do that too. Any feedback is appreciated at this time. But that will wrap up this episode. We'll catch you on the next one with 2 special guests. Ooh. See you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.